For the second half of Module 2, we are going to talk about time management and procrastination. And from my discussions with other students at RVC, I've definitely seen that these are areas that many students need to work on. So I hope that some of the tips that we talk about will be helpful for you. We do have another warm-up question in the announcements. What is your favorite season or your favorite type of weather? For me, I enjoy when the seasons change. So spring and fall are my go-to seasons and my favorite type of weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. In the summer, I definitely get too hot, and winter is just too long. I don't necessarily mind the cold, but it just lasts too long for my liking. So yeah, those medium types of seasons like spring and fall are my favorite. All right, so time management. I have posted a couple of more balancing school and work and then making an effective to-do list. So a lot of the students who I talk with definitely work outside of school. And so it is a balancing act to figure out when you're going to get all of your schoolwork done while going to your job and then also having a personal life. So making an effective to-do list is one way that can help you with this time management. So the first site for balancing school and work, this is a girl's blog, but she has this nice list of tips for balancing school and work. And of course, there's a lovely ad that has popped up. And so even though this is from a blog, I do think that she gives good advice on this topic. So I did read through it. I think it's good. And I think it's worth taking a look at for any tips if you're trying to balance, multiple types of schedules while you're going to college. And then from the same girl, she has a 9 to-do list tips to help you get more done. So how you can prioritize your to-do list, how to write an effective to-do list. And so she gives these tips here. So go ahead and scroll through and look at those tips, and hopefully it will help you. So once you have your lovely to-do list made, then it's time to actually get to work and check off some of those tasks on your to-do list. And one thing that can get in the way of getting your tasks done is procrastination. Something else that I have talked a lot about with students when I meet with them in my office is time management and procrastination, how to get over putting things off. So I really like this little graphic of a map of procrastination and envisioning this as an island. And so yeah, lake, coffee break, social media, forest, Napland. I am guilty of visiting Napland when I am procrastinating. Mount Gaming. I know some of you definitely go there when you're procrastinating. I do like that they include monsters in the water because probably Isle of Good Intentions. I see this all the time with students. They have great intentions of all the things they're going to get done, and then when it comes time to actually do it, it's a different story. So good intentions, as good as they may seem, can sometimes get in the way of actually being productive. So this is just kind of a fun little way to look at procrastination, make it a little bit more lighthearted. On the next slide, we're going to look at why people procrastinate and then how you can change it. So these are some top reasons why people will put off doing something. Feeling overwhelmed, the task that you have to do is unpleasant. Maybe you have a fear of failing. You have a lack of motivation or a lack of focus. So I definitely was guilty of procrastinating in college, especially in undergrad. I did get better at it as I was in college longer. And when I went to graduate school, I was better about starting my tasks on time and giving myself enough time to work on things. In undergrad, I waited till the last minute and then tried to cram everything in and get it done before the deadline. My reason for doing that was fear of failing. So when I would come up against maybe challenging tasks in college, like maybe writing an essay or doing research and things like that, that was a little bit intimidating, I just wouldn't do it until I absolutely had to because I was afraid that it was going to be too hard, that I wouldn't be good at it. And so if I just avoided it, I didn't have to deal with those feelings. But eventually you do have to deal with it. And so I learned that putting it off didn't help me at all. And it actually just made it more stressful in the end because I had to work really quickly instead of giving myself time. So I think it is good to identify why you procrastinate and why you feel the way you feel. And then that can help you deal with your procrastination. So from these questions, you're going to answer these in the assignment. So choosing from the list of reasons above, which is actually to the side, why do you procrastinate? When you procrastinate, what do you avoid doing? When I was in college, it was homework. Now, as a grown adult, it's probably more like housework and chores and things like that. What do you do instead of the task that you need to complete? And then what can you do to avoid procrastination? So just some good things to think about to help you with that time management procrastination piece.